Hi, and welcome back to Military Law Talks. So today's topic is DOD spending cuts. But are they really cuts? Let's take a listen. Okay, so this is a video that was released by Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, discussing DOD's version of DOGE, finding some contracts to cut. So let's take a listen.
All right, we're back with another update on cutting wasteful spending here at DOD, and this one is, as they say, a big one. This is a big day. We're signing a memo right now directing the termination of $5.1 billion in DOD contracts. Not million, that's with a B. $5.1 billion in DOD contracts for ancillary things like consulting and other non-essential services. Here's a few examples. DHA contracts for consulting services from Accenture, Deloitte, Allen, and other firms. They're going to save the department $1.8 billion. How about a software reseller contract for enterprise cloud IT services, saving the department $1.4 billion. A $500 million Navy contract for business process consulting. Again, process. Lots of process, lots of consulting for administrative offices in the Bureau of Medicine. By the way, we need this money to spend on better health care for our warfighters and their families instead of $500 an hour business process consulting. That's a lot of consulting. How about this? A DARPA contract for IT help desk services that are completely duplicative with services already provided by our DISA workforce, saving the department another $500 million. We're also terminating on the DEI front 11 more contracts for DEI, climate, COVID-19 response, and related non-essential activities across the department. We are committed to rooting out DEI root and branch throughout this department, and we found 11 more contracts. We're going to keep looking. So that's $5.1 billion in DOD contracts we're getting rid of. On top of that, in support of the president's priorities to stop federal funding for academic institutions that tolerate anti-Semitism and support divisive DEI programs, this week, DOD is also pausing over $500 million in funding to Northwestern University and Cornell University. And that's on top of the $70 million in funding we've already paused at Columbia, Penn, Brown, and Princeton over the last few weeks, as if any of these institutions need more government money at all. So for you're keeping score at home, today's cuts bring our running total to nearly $6 billion in wasteful spending over the first 6 weeks of the DOD DOGE effort here at the Defense Department. Their job is to go out and find the stuff that we can get rid of and then drive back into warfighting capabilities here at the Defense Department. So we want to thank our friends at DOGE. We want to thank all the folks here that have helped us unpack this, reveal it, and we're excited to make these cuts on behalf of you, the taxpayer, and the warfighters here at the department. Thanks.
Okay, did you catch it? So he was talking about wasteful spending, cuts, but then said that money is going to flow back into supporting the warfighter. So here's the memo that he signed. And while he's talking about eliminating wasteful spending, the money isn't actually being saved or not spent. It's just being allocated elsewhere. So it's not actually cutting or saving taxpayers any money. So imagine in your family that you spend, let's say, $200 on eating out every month. And then you decide, hey, that's kind of wasteful. So instead of spending $200 eating out, I'm going to spend that money, go to the grocery store and eat at home. You're still spending $200. You're just spending it somewhere else. And that's exactly what the DOD is doing. So instead of spending money on these contracts, they're going to spend the money elsewhere. So this isn't saving taxpayers any dollars. It's just reallocating the money, which is totally fine and is a good thing. But let's just be honest about what we're doing. We're not actually cutting spending. Only Congress can cut spending. Congress needs to cut the spending. So if the DOD wants to spend less money than Congress appropriates for them, they have to actually go back to Congress and ask for what's called a rescission. Go back to Congress and say, hey, we didn't spend this money and we don't want to spend this money because here's why. So you need to rescind it from the budget. That hasn't happened. And Pete Hegseth has been posting on Twitter about how the next DOD budget is going to be over $1 trillion. It's going to be the largest DOD budget ever passed. And so, again, let's just be honest about what we're doing. We're not cutting spending. We're actually spending more money. And I understand that the administration is focused on shipbuilding. Ships cost a lot of money, into upgrading our weapon systems. Yes, those are all great things. But again, let's just be honest with the taxpayer. The DOD is not cutting the budget. They are just spending money elsewhere. All right, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I'm a new channel, so really help me get my message out there. Like this video, give me a thumbs up, and share it out there. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.